G'day and welcome to After Hours Authors. My name is Jess, and like you, I love writing fiction after hours. Today, off the back of our big marketing series, if you missed it, go back a couple of episodes where I talk about the 3 phases of all of your marketing campaigns, which is brand awareness, consideration, and conversion. Off the back of that, I want to talk about some marketing strategies, kind of one-on-one, talk about each single activity and how you can use it, and some tips and tricks to make it work really well in promoting your books. The one I want to talk about today is competitions. They're very popular amongst authors. Obviously, everybody loves winning books, but there's a couple of key ways to make it a really strategic activity for you. And let's talk about it in the framework of what we've talked about over the last few weeks. So my very first point today is purpose. What is the purpose of your competition? Now, I want you to think for about 10 seconds. Answer this question. What's the purpose of a competition? Think. Is it brand awareness? Is it consideration? Or is it conversion? Ding, 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 ding. Most of the time, it's brand awareness. Now, that might be surprising because that's kind of way back at the start of your marketing cycle. But most competitions are brand awareness. Now, gold star, if you're using the competition to get emails on your email subscriber list. That to me is the ultimate competition. If you can get into people's inboxes, that's laughing, that's skipping down the road. Beautiful. But competitions are predominantly a brand awareness play. Now, there are situations where competitions can be used, especially in retail, let's say a clothing brand, where you can use it for conversion, because often what they do is you'll sign up to win, let's say, a shirt or a dress or something. You'll sign up to their database, and in the length of the competition period, it might be 4 or 5 weeks, maybe longer, they plan to send you a series of emails with discounts on their clothing or special bundles or special promotions in that time, or a 20% off voucher. E-retailers are a whole special brand of marketing in and of themselves. Book authors aren't necessarily in that category, but it's just an example to show you how strategic you can be with a competition. But for most authors, this is a brand awareness play. All right, my second point today is the simpler, the better. So don't ask them to tag 5 friends, fill in a form, send in a receipt, and then do a handstand by the ocean. Too many things. Ask them to do one thing. The ideal thing would be to set up a landing page on your website, and it's fill in your first name, your email, and enter. If you can set up your competition like that, beautiful. If you're going to do something like a tag a friend, don't also ask them to send in a receipt. It's too many things. It's too many barriers to entry. So however you choose to set it up, again, it might depend on the platform that you're using, whether it's Instagram or your website or wherever you choose to do it. Just make it simple. It's got to be a one-step process. Now, number 3, this is a really important one, and I don't want any authors to get stung with this. Make sure you look at the competition legislation in your area. It depends on where you live in the world. In Australia, I think it's based on state and territory. I think it changes depending on which state you live in. But there are also platform rules. So Instagram has its own rules around competitions. It's really important that you look into them so you understand the difference between a game of chance and a game of skill. They'll also outline the information you need to provide in the competition details. So the reason they do this is, in some cases, you actually need to get a license to run a competition, especially if it's a very big prize. If you're giving away a car, for instance, it's a lot of money. The government wants to know about what's your competition. You may need to pay for a license. For most authors who are giving away a book or two, it's probably not a big deal. But there are details like when the competition starts, when the competition ends. Is it one entry per person? Is it all of that fine print? You know, whenever you enter a competition, there's tons of fine print at the bottom. That's what this is about. But if you don't do it right and you don't do it in line with legislation, you can be fined. So it's really important that you go and read the information. Call up their hotlines if you're confused. They have people there that can help you. And just make sure you abide by the law. Now, my fourth point is take a second to look at the language that you're using. This is about ensuring that you don't confuse people and that it's very transparent. I'm going to give you one example. This is where a lot of people make mistakes with competitions. So don't use language like enter to win, because that insinuates that if you enter, you win instantly. You need to use something like enter for your chance to win. It's really important. Make sure that you read back over your competition copy. Make sure it makes sense and pretend that you know nothing about what's in front of you and read it with fresh eyes, okay? Get a friend to read over it to make sure it makes sense to a completely new person. Now, my last tip to make competitions really effective: use competitions to collaborate, because then you can cross-promote. So get together with a few other authors and put a book pack together and say, hey, across our 3 Instagram accounts, we're giving away 3 book packs. And it's going to have a copy of my book, their book, and their book. And what that means is you can tag each other all day long. You can mention each other in your newsletters all day long. You can backlink to each other's websites all day long, especially when authors are on their own, marketing on their own. This is a time to band together, work together, and promote your works together. All right, guys, have a good week. Stay safe out there. Keep writing. And for everyone feeling a bit down and out about the state of the world right now, take a breath. Tap out. Take a break from the news. It's not good to watch it all the time. Go and find a great book. Am I right? See you later. Bye.